interest rate on credit cards. Credit card rates are very high compared to line of credit or other types of interest. 17% of adults borrow to cover day-to-day expenses. You can't do that, right? Now, here's what I say about a credit card expense. When you buy something on a credit card, you're buying it, you're leveraging your future earnings. Okay? So you're saying that right now I need to take a trip to Florida and it's going to cost me $3,000. I don't have it, but I'm going to put it on my credit card so that when I earn $3,000 in the future, I will pay off the credit card. So you are banking on the expectation that you will earn $3,000 in the future. If in fact you do earn the $3,000 in the future, do you think that you're not going to have any expenses in the future that need that $3,000? So that alone is a problem. Because when you do, if and when you do earn that 3,000, there are expenses there that you have to use. So it doesn't get paid to that past cost. But let's look at it worse. What if you don't even earn the $3,000 that you were expecting that you would earn? So now you have current expenditure that you can pay plus past expenditure that you can't pay. So the truth of the matter, I use credit card too, but when you really think about it, it is like crazy. It's madness. It's madness.
No, it's madness not to pay it in full, so you're not paying interest.
Yes, that's the point I'm making. It's madness. The analogy or the example I gave by spending it now and waiting to pay the $3,000 in the future is really madness. But why we do it anyway? Why do we do it?
Yes, they're marketing these credit cards superbly, and you can earn points and earn money.
I know.
So I guess as long as you said, as long as you're able to pay that balance, why not?
If you are able to pay it off all at once, that is good. And if that is the case, you might as well use debit. All right, thank you. You might as well use a debit card, right?
But if I'm trying to earn my points,
If you want to earn the points, that's fine. I understand. If you're going to pay it off right away, by all means, use the credit card, pay it off right away, no interest. You get the points. You build credit too, because when you use the credit card and you pay it off, it builds credit, and credit is important. Okay?
Line of credit?
Hmm?
What about lines of credit?
Lines of credit are better than credit card in terms of interest. You pay lower interest rate, and they are just a better way of borrowing if you have to. The question is, though, will the bank offer the line of credit? But if you can get it, by all means, transfer your credit card balance onto a line of credit. 3 reasons for financial problem. One of them is, did it break again? Ignorance. Many people, including college graduates, are financially illiterate. And it is not our fault. It is not taught in schools. So we learn nothing about financial management throughout our school. They were never exposed to the biblical, here the Bible comes in again, the biblical principle or any principle of money management whatsoever. We are just not exposed to it, and that's why we get into trouble. Ignorance. The other one is just greed. Selfishness, greed. Right?
That's biblical too, right?
Yeah?
That's biblical.
That's biblical too. You're right. In response to advertising and personal wants, people live beyond their means. They are not willing to live in their means or to drive or to wear what they can afford. We don't want to. And the reason, because of the advertising, it tells us that we have to. You just have to have this. If you don't have the latest iPhone, you don't have a phone. But they didn't say iPhone, you know. If you don't have an iPhone, then you don't have an iPhone. You know what I mean? They just squeeze in the I there, but really they're saying you don't have a phone. So it's just the way they market these things. They push you into doing these things.
But to certain people, like that doesn't affect everybody.
I know, certain people.
I'm not saying it doesn't affect your generation.
I know, it's true. And then here's the last one, the third one, why people get into financial problem. It's unfortunate tragedy, like sickness, right? Unfortunately for us in Canada, we have the healthcare system in the United States is so different. People get bankrupt just because somebody gets sick, right?
It's terrible.
That too.
What did you say?
She said having children. It's one of why you get in financial trouble. But that too is part of the planning too. You plan for that too. But yes, it is. Here's a quote from Joyce Brothers, who is a psychologist and a newspaper columnist. He says, credit buying is much like being drunk. The buzz happens immediately and gives you a lift. The hangover comes the day after. Okay? That's when you have